Hello, it's Yahm0n. Today, I have a puzzle for you. I've been waiting to put out this video for a while because I kinda wanted to keep these secrets to myself. But, as I've recently discovered, others are aware of the secrets. So, it's time for me to spread them. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, I made a scenario. This is a puzzle. A puzzle where the only solution is to learn both of my trade tricks. So, if you still want to solve this puzzle yourself without any spoilers, I suggest you stop the video now and go to my website. It's Yahm0n.top. It's in the description. And yeah, you can try it out for yourself. But now that you've been warned, we're just going to get right into it and spoilers away. So here we go. First thing you'll notice on this map is it's just a classic like 2v2 full-walled market scenario. There's only one small difference, and that's I have a market on my side. My teammate has a market on my side. My teammate has a market on his side, and I've got a market on his side. So that's going to let us do some cool things. So let's get started. So I'm actually going to set the waypoint for this market to my closest market instead of the farther market. And I'll do the same thing over here. And then when I get started, I'm going to receive some gold. This is actually the information for the opening. It tells you that you're going to get 200 gold. It'll begin in 10 seconds. The puzzle will. The trade cards are modded to be fast. They only cost gold, and they create instantly. You have 150 seconds to get as much gold as possible. So, first things first, we're going to have trade cards go from here to here. As soon as I get the gold in. Alright, the trade cards are on the way. And I can't really do anything right now. I will select these though, because as you can see, they're already carrying 91 gold. Normally, they'd have to walk all the way to the other side to get the gold, to get the 91 gold. But we'd use the trick, so now we've already got this gold ready to go. And I click it over to this market. Now, see what I did there is, these are empty trade cards now, but and what they would have done, they would have walked all the way back as empty trade cards before filling up again. But they don't actually have to do that because my teammate has a market right here. Now, like in a 2v2 situation, you might not have a teammate who's cooperative and is willing to build markets in both locations. So you can always build a market next to his market and use that to start up your trade quicker. But if he doesn't have a market on both sides, you won't be able to do this next part. Another case where you could do this next part is in a 3v3 game or a 4v4 game, where your teammates will probably have markets in both corners. You won't have to use the same teammate, so long as one of your teammates has a market in one corner and the other teammate has a market in the other. You'll be able to do this trick. So I've reset these trade cards. They're heading into the market. They're going to fill up again. I also have 366 gold, so I need to make the rest of my trade cards to get to a total of 10 trade cards. So I'm going to hit pause, and then I'm going to immediately create these trade cards. And I don't need this last one. I have 10 pop max, so we'll just get rid of that. And we're off to the races. We're just going to do the same trick again as soon as these trade cards come back. We're going to save the return trip and get more money. Now, this trick really helps you get started. When you're first starting your trade and you need the gold to keep making more trade cards, it can have an immense impact. It's pretty much unfair. Like, this has been banned in tournaments and whatnot. but in regular gameplay, you can do it just fine. So why not? But it is kind of tricky. Your trade cards will start spreading out over time. See, all right, we finished, and I've got 1900 gold. So let's go ahead and check the objectives. So here's our scoreboard. 1900 gold is the target here, if you're any civilization besides Spanish. So if you've reached 1900, you've successfully learned all of my tricks. And you get a cute little message. It's good to be the king, using the 17 taunt. You've clearly learned Yahm0n's trade secrets. Now, if you would have picked Spanish, on the other hand, you get the same message, but in Spanish. You'll get more gold, of course, because Spanish receive more gold from trade. But that's not really the point of this scenario. The point of this scenario is you learn to make your market next to your teammate's market, while also having an additional one in your own corner, so that you can start your trade immediately. And you also, if you manage to have markets in both corners and teammate markets in both corners, then from time to time, you can go ahead and grab a few of your trade cards that happen to be empty and fill them up. Basically, it lets you turn your APM that's not needed right now directly into money. So, like, let's say you just know these four. You just looked over here for a second, and you just click them over, and now you can go back and concentrate on your fighting or whatever you're doing. But you're going to be getting an extra 182 gold just from that little click that you did. And you can do this anytime. You just have to, like, go near your market, see which ones are empty, which ones are full, try to grab the empty ones. Like, I just see that these four are empty, bam, free gold. So yeah, you can use this trick to really gain a huge advantage, especially when you're building up your trade for the first time. So, well, I think that's everything. You now know Yahm0n's trade secrets. You can see me use these tricks in my games that I put on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. I pretty much use them whenever I can. Of course, the one where you have a teammate making a market in the correct location, I usually don't have a cooperative teammate for that, so you won't see me do that one so much, but pretty much always start out my trade by creating the trade cards next to my teammate's market, just to give me that extra oomph to start up the trade that much faster. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and have a good day.